Component disassembly and assembly. Disassembly and assembly of piston connecting rod assembly. Common tools include internal snap ring pliers, decomposition of piston connecting rod assembly, remove the two connecting rod bolts, remove the connecting rod cap and lower bearing shell, remove the upper bearing shell from the connecting rod. Remove the snap rings on both sides of the piston using internal snap ring pliers. Remove the piston pin and connecting rod. Remove the first gas ring from the piston. Second compression ring. Finally, remove the oil ring. Cleaning and inspection of piston connecting rod assembly. After the disassembly of the piston connecting rod assembly is completed, measurement and inspection of the piston and connecting rod are required. The inspection of the piston includes measure the outer diameter of the piston and the inner diameter of the piston pinhole. If they exceed the tolerance, they need to be replaced. Remove carbon deposits from the piston ring groove and the outer surface of the piston head, and then clean with a cleaning agent. The inspection content of the connecting rod includes measure the inner diameter of the connecting rod bushing. If it exceeds the tolerance, replace the connecting rod bushing. Check for damage or wear to the connecting rod and large end cap bearing seat holes. Check if the threaded holes of the connecting rod bolts are damaged. Check if there is any damage to the connecting rod big end cap and the connecting rod fitting surface. Replace the connecting rod if necessary. Check if there is any damage to the threads of the connecting rod bolts. Conduct magnetic testing on the connecting rod bolts and replace them if they fail the inspection. Measure the outer diameter of the piston pin, and if it exceeds the tolerance, replace the piston pin in groups. Check for deformation, wear, or other damage to the piston pin retaining ring. When abnormalities are found, they need to be replaced. Special reminder: during engine overhaul, the piston rings should be replaced with new parts. Assembly of piston connecting rod assembly. Install the oil ring lining spring first. Then install the oil ring. When installing the first and second gas rings, make sure that the top text mark is facing upwards. Installing connecting rod. And use piston pins to connect the piston and connecting rod. Attention: when installing the piston pin, pay attention to the orientation of the piston and connecting rod. The direction of the piston arrow should be facing forward, and the protrusion of the connecting rod should be facing the rear of the engine. Correct installation. Finally, install the piston pin snap ring. Install the bearing shells onto the connecting rods and connecting rod caps. Attention: when installing tiles, it is necessary to check the amount of bearing shell ejection, as the amount of bearing shell ejection is sufficient. If there is insufficient or no ammunition, the bearing shells need to be replaced. Install the connecting rod cap onto the connecting rod. Attention: during installation, The protrusions between the connecting rod and the large end cap should be aligned.